Well, here we are. On behalf of Troy University, Troy Athletics, and the two-time defending Sun Belt Conference champion Troy Trojan men's basketball program, I'm Barry McKnight, welcoming you, Trojans one and all, to another special day here on this extraordinary campus. On my right hand, I'm wearing my 2017 Sun Belt Men's Basketball Championship ring, in which I take a great deal of pride and remember it well, and which always brings back a flood of great memories. It's an especially proud and memorable day to wear it because I know that there's at least one more Trojan in this room who also has that ring as well, and whom I know his presence here brings back great memories for him and for his family and great expectations for the future for Troy. I also carry a great deal of pride always in the opportunity now to recognize and bring forward the Chancellor of Troy University, Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr.
Thank you, Barry. Thank each of you for being here. And it's always good to hear Barry McKnight. You know, I've listened to a lot of sportscasters over the years, but I don't know of another that's any better than Barry McKnight. Barry, thank you. You know, it was that great philosopher Yogi Berra who said, little things are big. Truly, that could be the case. Everybody in this room loves Troy University, and I know that you're as proud of the transformation of the university as we are. Coming from a normal school, whatever a normal school is, that's what we were known as. In 1887, 2-year program to teach teachers. This past year, we were reclassified as a research university, and that's maturation. But paralleling that, I think we can also take great pride in the athletics program at this university. 117 years ago, it was established by the late Virgil Parks McKinley. They went undefeated in football that first year. They were 3-0. And they beat Union Springs. And some years ago, I challenged one of our new coaches, and he said, well, if you'll let me schedule Union Springs, we can go undefeated too. I want to thank my wife, Janice, for being here. And Lynn, thank you. Thank you not only for being a great wife to our athletic director, but also for being a head of our idea bank. So to both of you, thank you, and so proud to have you here. You know, our athletics program truly is a source of great pride. I'm particularly proud, too, that our facilities are an asset to the program. And as I walk into Trojan Arena, there's a name that has deep meaning to all of us on that court Maestri, Don Maestri. And when you think about Don Maestri and what he contributed to this program through his 31 years of service to Troy University, you can be really proud of those who lay those bricks one at a time. And it was Don who did that and brought great credit as he transformed a Division II program into a Division I program. On the heels of that, though, we've seen some coaches, great coaches, and particularly the one that has just moved on, and that's Scott Cross. I want to thank Scott. He did a tremendous job here. I think the wins and losses are the surface. It's not the real meaning. The real meaning of any leader, I think, is the ability to unite, pull together, do what's in the best interest of those we're privileged to serve. And Scott Cross was a servant leader, is a servant leader. And wherever he goes, he's going to win because he is a winner. I think today we add another chapter to that distinguished history. A gentleman who I think reflects the very best in those qualities and characteristics we look for. But before he is introduced, let me say to Kyle, George, well done. Well done. It was on Saturday we went through talked with some outstanding, and all the finalists that Kyle brought were just outstanding people. First and foremost, great coaches, secondly. And I really appreciate the good work he did. I appreciate the committee that worked hard to vet and and to make a recommendation. That committee included our President Pro Tem Gibson Vance, Mayor Earl Johnson from Andalusia, Freddie Thomas, an All-American football player, member of our alumni board of directors, and also Mr. Jeff Kervin, a great supporter of the university. Jeff has been really instrumental in so much, not the least of which over the last few years or few months, the creation of an Eminent Scholars Chair, $1.5 million Eminent Scholars Chair in community banking. And so as we've grown academically, so have we grown athletically. But you can never underestimate the power of leadership. Anything great requires good leadership if it's going to be accomplished. And I really do believe that we add to that chapter today a young man that has not only been here, but has returned. You know, you think about that, well, over the last several years, I really believe whether it's for our students or our coaches or our athletes or whomever it is, you can go anywhere from Troy University. You know, this is a platform that sets one up for success, regardless of the discipline, regardless of the field of study or whatever. And so I want to welcome, as I ask Kyle to come back in just a moment, I do want to welcome Adam and his family, Renee. Thank you, the beautiful children. I told Adam as I had an opportunity to visit with his family a few minutes ago, he outkicked his coverage. And in turn, they've produced some beautiful children, Eli, Easton, Emma. And I'm really proud that Adam's parents, Rick and Christy, could be here, and his sister, Jenny. So I want to welcome the family back to Troy. We look forward to you being an integral and very important part, not only of the university, but the community. And I'd close this because I told Adam this a few minutes ago. The one thing that's unique about Troy, you're born a Trojan, you're educated a Trojan in elementary, middle school, and high school. You go to university as a Trojan, and if you live in this community or wherever you live, you'll be a Trojan forever. And that's why I think that term, One Troy, is so magical. This is one community, one university, and we are partners, one and all. Thank you so much. Kyle, thank you, Will.
Well, again, to reiterate, thank you to so many people for being here today and your support for all of our athletic programs. That starts with Chancellor Hawkins and his First Lady, Mrs. Janice Hawkins. We greatly appreciate all that you do for athletic programs here and being a part of our success here. Look at this room, too. There's so many great people that love Troy. I see supporters, I see sponsors, I see season ticket holders, community members, I see several of our coaches here from various sports, and we're glad to have you guys join us here today to welcome the newest member of our coaching family here, Adam Howard. Also, too, in the very back of the room, thank you to our cheerleaders over here in T-Roy, as well as the Sound South Pep Band. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for being here with us as well. A special thanks again to our selection committee. Like Chancellor Hawkins mentioned, I had a chance to look over several great candidates. And before I get to that part too, I need to also make mention of thanking Scott Cross, like we said as well too. You know, the 7 seasons that Cross and his family were here were magical for us, but it's because of what they did off the floor that mattered so much. There's 5 seasons of 20-plus wins, 4 championships over the last 2 years, and that certainly made this job a desirable one for many candidates across the entire country, and we're grateful for all that Scott and his family have done. They will always be Trojans here for us, and they set the stage for continued success for us as well. I want to talk about the process that led to today. And so when Coach Cross and I had a chance to meet with the team once we returned from Oklahoma City, one of the things I told those guys is that don't believe anything you see in the media unless you hear it from me directly. I don't talk to the media about any names. I was not going to leak anything whatsoever, but everything was intentional about what we did in this process to ensure we get the right person to come here and lead this team for the future. I told those gentlemen as well, too, a John Wooden adage that I was going to keep in mind is be quick but don't hurry. This was a process that spent a lot of hours to vet and find the right person for us for the future. but we want to do it in a timely manner to make sure this coach has a chance to get to know these student athletes and prepare for what comes next. This was very thorough. This started for me back in October. You look at Coach Cross, you knew he was going to have opportunities out there. So you always have to be ready for whatever comes next. And as we continue to go through the process and preparing for as the success took place throughout this past season, continue to add to that list. It started with nearly 50 names on that list of guys I did homework on to look into their backgrounds, who they are, their coaching philosophy, their success records as well. Pared that down to 20 individuals. So once Coach Cross and I spoke to the team on Friday upon our return, jumped straight into phone calls and Zooms. I need to say special thanks to my wife, Lynn, as well, too. She didn't see me for several days, and I appreciate her taking care of our two young kids, Grayson and Graham, during that time period because I was locked in to make sure we could find the right person here for us. Pared that down to 5 people to meet with in person and really find out more about these gentlemen before we got to today. And so before I even began this process, I wanted to have characteristics that I was looking for to bring before the selection committee. Some of those words are connectivity, making sure our next coach would connect with our student athletes, to our community, to our stakeholders here on campus. That's key for us in everything that we do as a track record of success for all of our coaches here at Troy University. Grit and toughness. When you look at any championship team here at Troy, whether it be football, basketball, otherwise, grit and toughness are always at the top of the mind here for us. That's just who we are in our DNA here. Tenacity. Want to attack every single day with tenacity and make sure we are building ourselves to be better every single day. Marketability is key of that as well, too. We got to get out. We got to continue to keep growing our programs to have that success and that support from our student athletes, our fans across the board. Resourcefulness, make sure they can take our resources and use them at the highest level to continue to keep getting the best opportunities for all of our student athletes here. Intelligence, embracing new trends, analytics, the X's and O's to see how we can grow this team here. Coach Cross was an exceptional coach when it came to X's and O's. And a culture builder. We have a great championship culture here as it is. We're going to continue to keep building upon that for years to come. Adam proved himself every step of the process here. Everywhere you turn, there was always the right thing that popped up. The more I dug in, the more I got a chance to visit with him and people that know him and that really know his whole background. I dove in and more about his offensive acumen, his defensive prowess. Everybody raved about what he brings to the table as an offensive guru, a defensive technician. He knows the game of basketball through and through. He knows how to evolve in today's day and age of college athletics about where we are headed, and analytics are a key piece of that. Character references and basketball background checks. Great men such as Fred Hoiberg, Darren Horn, Will Wade, Ross Hodge, Tom Crean. All of these gentlemen spoke highly, highly, highly of Adam Howard and what he brings to the table. And one of the things that was told to me by Fred Hoiberg is he set the stage for where Nebraska basketball is now. A man of intense character, great character, and that's going to do the right things to lead this program into the future. Most recently, he was known as the offensive guru at Nebraska and NC State, but before that, he started his background on the defensive side of the ball. He coaches both sides of the ball at a high, high level and will continue to make our team better for years to come. He is a player's coach, and he values greatly the relationships that come with the game of basketball, how you can build better men through this sport, and that is one of the best parts about what we are bringing to the table here with our head coach today is he's going to continue to build upon those relationships to grow young men to be great Trojans for life. One thing I want you to know about me before I bring him up here is my favorite championship is our next championship. Today is that first step in the right direction to getting that next championship. Please join me in welcoming our new head coach, Adam Howard.
Thank you guys for being here today. You know, I'm a guy that doesn't love things to be about him, so this will be the only day that our program is about me. I'm not going to sit up here today and make a ton of promises. I want today to be about a lot of reflection and appreciation and gratitude for my journey. I want to thank Chancellor Hawkins. I want to thank Kyle George, the selection committee, and the time that they put into this process for their trust and belief to bring myself and our family back to a place that we know and that we love to continue to help build on the momentum that this program has. At this time, like everybody else has done, I'd love to say and give a round of applause to Coach Scott Cross, his wife Jennifer, their boys Austin, Tyler, and Cody for the job that they've done with this program. I want to thank and acknowledge my family who's here in attendance today. My dad, Rick, my mom, Christy, my sister, Jenny. What a journey it's been. And I couldn't be more appreciative and thankful to navigate it with you guys. I want to acknowledge my in-laws who couldn't be here today, my wife's family who's from Lafayette, Louisiana, my sister-in-law, Jean, Uncle B, Ethan, Caroline, Claire, Miss Danette, Mr. Rick, thank you guys for all your support. I know you guys are back home watching. My father-in-law always ends all our communication at the end of it with an acronym, ADIP, and it stands for Another Day in Paradise. And for us, this is an ADIP kind of day. We're excited to be here. To my family, I want to ask if they'll please stand. My wife, Renee, Eli, Emma, and Easton. I can tell I need to be quick. Easton skipped his nap, and I saw his head diving just a few minutes ago. So we'll be quick, buddy, I promise you. All right, thank you, guys. You can be seated. Eli's into baseball and basketball. My daughter Emma's into dance. And Easton, he's into anything that tastes sweet and things that he shouldn't be into. So as you guys can see, we've got our hands full. But as a coach's family, guys, I know it's not easy. You guys make a lot of sacrifices for us. And I want to say thank you for everything that you've done to allow us to be here today. I want to thank my high school coach, Mike Flynn, who taught me discipline and accountability at a young age. I want to thank my college coach, Darren Horn, who taught us all how to win, how to compete, and to make others better. I want to thank all the head coaches that have given me an opportunity. I've learned from all of you, and I feel prepared for this great opportunity. I want to thank Phil Cunningham for giving me an opportunity to come to Detroit at a time when I need it the most. A lot of you guys know my story, and I'm glad that in that season, alongside Ben Fletcher, Marcus Grant, Mike Worley, Pat Moynihan, we were able to deliver a championship here at Troy University. That opportunity is where my journey began. Without Troy, I wouldn't have been able to go on and do the things that I've done with my career, be able to go work alongside a guy like Fred Hoiberg, who's leaving this week to go to Indianapolis because he's up for the National Coach of the Year Award, Naismith National Coach of the Year Award, and I pray that he gets it. He's a great man of a ton of integrity. He's worn every single hat that you can wear in the game of basketball, and I really believe that my time in Nebraska prepared me to be a head coach. I've been a lot of places before that. I had a lot of success at other places, but I wasn't ready to be a head coach. My 3 years at the University of Nebraska, working for a guy who was a college All-American, an NBA player, an NBA GM, a successful college coach, a successful NBA coach, led me to be here today. And without Troy, that wouldn't have been possible. Without Troy, I wouldn't have been able to go to work with my best friends and Richie Riley at South Alabama. Without Troy, I wouldn't have been able to continue my career and go to a place like NC State working for a guy like Will Wade and truly get to understand one of the most passionate fan bases in college basketball. That's why Troy is so special to us. This opportunity to lead this program means to me This opportunity to lead this program means the world to me because I didn't grow up in Troy. I didn't go to college at Troy. But Troy gave me something that no place in America had given me. It gave my family another shot at our future, an opportunity to be the head coach here at Troy University. So I'm greatly appreciative for my time here and what Phil Cunningham, Jeremy McLean, and many more, Dr. Hawkins, yourself, afforded to us. My family and I can't wait to be a part of this community. People support those that they feel most connected to, and we're going to do our part in Troy, in the student campus and the student body. We can't wait to connect with all the other sports programs and fully embody what it means to be one Troy. I see so many of you here today. There's so many Kentucky connections here. Ben Souter's in the back of the room. We went to college together. Coach Parker, Coach Wright, we grew up 30 miles from each other. And Coach Meade, great to hear from you, man. I appreciate your text. Having a chance to work with Coach Graff, Coach Rigby, and those staff before, we're ready to support and help however we can. We love this place, and we're going to do whatever we can to help in any way that we possibly can. As a program, we're going to look for high-character, team-first guys who love the game, love competing, and guys that are committed to getting better every single day. We're going to show up, we're going to keep our promises, we're going to appreciate what we have, and we'll make no excuses. We'll be accountable for what happens in this program, and we understand the level of this program and where it's at today, and we're going to work to keep it at the top of the league and compete for championships every single year. Offensively, we'll work every possession to get the highest quality shot that we possibly can for Troy University. We'll have great player movement, ball movement, and we will attack. We'll be the most aggressive team attacking, going from possession, action to action to keep pressure on the defense. Defensively, we're going to be tough, disciplined, and connected. We want teams to fill us physically and mentally for 40 minutes. When you start to question how we're going to play, you guys got to first look at it firsthand when in the NCAA tournament with Nebraska. We're going to be a lot like them offensively, defensively. I'm going to pick those guys' brains to really, understand that to a better level. But those guys, what they did, I heard a lot of comments from Coach Cross and a lot of players in preparation talking about how good they were defensively, how tough and connected they were, their player movement, ball movement. We'll be just like those guys. Staying at the top of the league. The teams that stay at the top of their league develop better than anybody else. This will be a development-based program, skill development tied to our system, and we will bring coaches and staff in here that can get these guys better so that our players feel good about their development at Troy University. Staying at the top of the Sun Belt, we have to build the best home court advantage in the Sun Belt. We have to make it hard to win in Trojan Arena. We'll do that by engaging the student body, being visible in the community, and playing a way that makes this community proud. Attendance reflects culture, and I know that you guys are going to love the way that we play, and we're going to do our part to get out in this community and touch every corner of the Wiregrass to get bodies into the seats in Trojan Arena. That being said, season tickets are on sale. Is that right? Yes, so we've got to build off to where this program's at right now. I understand and accept the challenge of being here right now today, where we're coming off all the success that we've had the last 7 years with Coach Cross has been here. I've been here. I've won a championship here, and we're excited about the opportunity and the momentum that this program has in front of us. And if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do it together, and we've got to get those season tickets, and we need to break another season ticket record. My family and I are excited to be in Troy. We're grateful for this opportunity, and I promise you, you're going to get everything that you've got from all of us, our staff, and we're going to continue to build off the momentum of this program. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Today's climate is a little different. There's going to be a lot of new faces. We understand that. We accept that, and look forward to finding a team and a staff that loves this community and wants to be here as much as myself and my family do. I'm ready to get this tie off and get to work, and look forward to meeting everybody. I've reached out to a few of you. It's great to see Chuck's, a lot of familiar family faces in here today, and cannot wait to get reconnected and get to work. So with that being said, we're grateful to be here, and go Trojans.
Fans are certainly encouraged to socialize and welcome Coach Howard and his family. Hang in there, Easton. Enjoy the hors d'oeuvres here now that the official... Before we go any further, though, I'm going to go off script for just a moment. The official welcome has concluded, but before we move on, you don't have to do anything, but I know each of you will join me in the sentiment of wishing a very happy birthday today to Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr. Happy birthday. Again, Coach Howard, as he's expressed, is anxious to reconnect and meet with all of you. There's hors d'oeuvres and drinks back there, it is a great day here at Troy University. Here's to the school we love. We are Trojans, one and all. Thank you very much.